going into this, we are going into the astrology of September 9th to September 16th. The weekly astrology for September 9th to September 16th, 2023. The sun is in Virgo, and it starts off in 16 degrees Virgo. Mercury is in 10 degrees Virgo. It's retrograde, and Venus is in Leo, 12 degrees Leo. Mars is in 8 degrees Libra. As soon as we start the week, by the end of the week, by that Saturday, we have Mercury has retrograded 2 degrees, so it's moved 2 degrees in the past 7 days. So Mercury's a lot slower from September 9th to September 16th, which is very different from the week before. We have Virgo has moved, the sun in Virgo has moved 7 degrees, so it's moving a degree a day. So we're having these ego realizations every day while Mercury's moving maybe 4 times as slow as the other week. So this is a very philosophical week of where our ego is really present, and the universe is building us up to this week. And it is interesting that for some of you who are feeling your ego be really accentualized, it's because you have to think that there is something that the universe in this new paradigm that it wants you to wake up to. It is a sense of detachment. For some of you, you could be changing living situations. For some of you, you could be changing home environments, because this new sense of detachment is here to empower your identity center. It's really here to empower who you are. You're not supposed to live in shame. And Mars in Libra is moving just about 5 degrees, so almost a degree a day. So again, Mars is still a little bit fast, so I'd be careful with the ego here. And then Venus is moving 3 degrees in Leo. So it's moving half a degree a day. So we're back at a little bit of a normal speed for Venus. This is really good. This means that we'll be in Venus and Leo till, I want to say, October. Let me just double, if we can just all wait. Let me check the facts. Venus. Venus goes into Virgo October 18th. So we'll be having this transit for like a month and a few weeks. Could you imagine? Venus and Leo really did crown this year. And it's really important to remember that will have a bit of speed from the week of September 9th to September 16th, 2023. Yes, it is really important this week to be we need to move through the degrees and see exactly what's moving. Okay. So the sun in Virgo is moving from 16 degrees to 23 degrees. And for Aries rising, the sun in Virgo is transiting your 6th house. So for you guys, it's going to be about staying focused on the energy at the beginning of the week and staying focused at all costs. And then as we move forward into we're starting off this week, it's going to be starting off the week on a Saturday. So that's how we're doing the weeks now. They kind of start on the weekend. And it is this week, that week for Aries is about staying focused in your health and your environment. And some of you are changing diets and stuff. And I really feel like it's just so important to stay focused. Don't let anything. And then as we get later into the week, just the main message with this week is be rational. Don't really as soon as we get to Monday here, really try to stay patient with this whole harvesting process that we're going through. It's not comfortable because Mercury's in retrograde, but the more you stay patient and immerse yourself deeper, and there is another story that will emerge during that new moon eclipse. The new moon solar eclipse that we have in Libra, but we also have a new moon in Virgo, September 15th. And so this kind of energy is kind of preparing you, harvesting everything we've learned for this new earth. And yes, it is showing more in Virgo season, the rationality that we needed to take, and everything. And sorry, it's September 14th and the new moon in Virgo. And it's going to be really interesting to see this new earth and how far we've grown, and basically why I think this Virgo season's it's not necessarily edgy. It's just this feeling of like, the answer, but it's so humble. And I think, like, to be honest, like, that's kind of Virgo. It's like, the answer and it's humble. And the thing with the new moon in Virgo is that it's telling us we've harvested so much belief systems that we're ready to take this earth into a new vibration. Definitely at some days in the Virgo season, I've felt the earth spinning, and it feels like, Mercury in retrograde is really setting people off emotionally, which is sad because it is opposing Neptune, and we were all under Neptune's spell, gently guiding us back into our alignment. And now Virgo's like, well, you have a dream, you have a vision. Neptune gave you a vision in Leo season with its quincunx to the sun in Leo, which was very passionate. But now we're in Virgo, and there's an opposition. And for your dream to manifest in the 3D reality, you're going to need to go through spiritual growth. And that's what this Virgo season is. It's literally spiritual growth. For the people that are patient and humble and know the answer, it's the spiritual growth. It's the devotion and the kindness that gets you to Libra season the way you want to be situated in Libra season, because it's the kindness of Virgo that brings you into the deeper aspects of the relationship, which is the Libra sector of truly making it an official partnership. It's the Libra of harvesting all the things you've learned, all the skills you've accumulated. For some of you, you've been to jujitsu. For some of you, you've learned meditation. Some of you know about medicine. Some of you know about art. Some of you know about video. It's all those gifts and skills that really seal the deal by sharing them and being devotedly, unheartedly kind, that makes people trust you and want to be around with you and seal the deal for those big business partnerships in Libra season. Also just genuine partnerships. I mean, so many people try to make it about the money. It's just about the money. But at the end of the day, if you don't have enough money, you obviously are falling back on a skill you've harvested. So it's like kind of an important thing to realize. If you make it totally about the money this week, then you just might not have harvested any relationship for Libra season, and everybody's sick of the same spiel you put on because you're constantly making it about the money. People are not learning what you've harvested. People are not seeing your growth. This is a new society. People are very sensitive this Virgo season, more sensitive than usual, and more nitpicky. And as we deepen into Virgo, it will be more sensitive and people will be more on edge. And I'm kind of preparing you guys for what's to come in Libra. Is if you don't need to communicate with someone, don't communicate. If you can communicate with someone who's knows you more colloquially, knows you more like off the phone, off the books, communicate with them. Don't go into like territories where you feel like you're overstepping your boundaries this week, because it's going to be a little intense. Venus is moving forward. This means that all the people in all the right places should be coming to you. This is a time when you did the work that other week, September 1st to September 8th. Now people should be picking up those signals that you kind of crossed. I need security. I need routine. I need diligence. I need detail-oriented. I need organization. Those are needs. It's not just the money. It's like the organization itself is what helps people also organize their money. It's like people don't realize that. People just think that they get money, but if you organize how you give your money, it's actually feel this way. Very nice. For Aries rising, your Mercury is going backwards in the 6th house. So really it's about understanding, like, organize your money here and like stay persistent despite how painful it might feel. Like 6th house could be debt sometimes. So that's actually the 8th house. So with the 6th house, it's like work on your health, your routine. And you should be good. Venus and Leo transiting your 5th house. Again, I feel like this is going to be really about just staying persistent in your love life and keep going, Aries rising. For Mars and Libra transiting your 7th house, it's really about be careful about being too free in your relationships. It can be overwhelming. Aries rising, quiet the mind, because like you're not going to get anywhere if you're trying to be like, I am the only one who knows. You are the North Node, yes, but the South Node is just as important. I see a lot of Aries rising getting in trouble just trying to be seen, like arrested kind of energy. So quiet the minds, get some moral values, and more success will come with patience with that Mars and Libra in your 7th. For Taurus rising, I see a lot of you again this week, quiet the mind, Taurus rising. That way you can have a more humble vibration with this Sun in Virgo. We are halfway through Virgo season by the end of the week. So, well, by the end of the week, we'll have one more week left of Virgo season. So yeah, what I see with your chart is it is about love and partnership. That's what's love, and everything that comes with love is keeping you present. And some of you are going to maybe hear from old lovers with that Mercury in retrograde, and with the Venus and Leo transiting your 4th house, it's really going to be about understanding how to develop your intelligence within your soul tribe. And Mars and Libra in your 6th house, it really is about being careful with your physical energy here at Taurus rising. For Gemini rising, the Sun in Virgo is transiting your 4th house, so really it's going to be about staying focused, the energy in developing your heightened intuition and making sure that you have journal and you're taking care of your soul tribe. For Mercury in 10 degrees Virgo transiting your 4th house at the start of the week, it really is going to be about laughing at the problems that you're dealing with your family for some of you, and just being organize your energy, your time. Who are you focusing on? Because that's going to help. Remember, it's in retrograde. These are problems that are really to do with stress levels and sugar levels. And when you realize that, with Mercury in retrograde, it's always to do with sugar levels. I've seen when you realize that it's just stress and you can undo it, undo the stress like a coil, and you realize through meditation, you can quiet the mind, you will come back to a much more better place in your communication. For Venus and Leo transiting your 3rd house, it is going to be about staying persistent in your communication, making sure contacts are made, making sure you stick on your short distance travel routines. And that's when you start feeling better, because Venus is moving this week and you start feeling like you're learning new lessons, and that keeps the curious Gemini rising spirit happy. With Mars and Libra transiting your 5th house, it's really important to realize to take it easy with your love life, stick to high moral grounds, more success with more patience here, Gemini rising. For Cancer rising, the Sun in Virgo is transiting your 3rd house. So for me, it's telling me that communications and short distance travel is going to be of benefit here, Sun in Virgo, because it's transiting your 3rd house. You have to be careful that it really is important that you realize that this is what's bringing you to the present moment. And you really do have to take care of your vision with these communications, because if you're just trying to communicate with someone and you're not seeing the vision of it, that's the problem here. Some of you are just saying these things, but you're not seeing where they're going. And some of you really have to organize, where is this going?